this house, this Capitol, this old state Capitol, Abraham Lincoln of Illinois, of Springfield, Illinois, once served in. So the spirit of Abraham Lincoln is always with us in the old state Capitol. And I think it's important to remember Abraham Lincoln's words at Gettysburg in 1863. In 272 words, our president, Abraham Lincoln, said, "We have a government of the people, and by the people, and for the people, and it shall not perish from this earth." That's what Lincoln said then, and it's true today. And we had, as we all know, on 9/11, 2001, a horrific thing happened to our country. There are those out there, terrorists, who want to extinguish Abraham Lincoln's government of the people. And so we had to have, from our number, from our country, from our state, men and women who went forward in the face of danger as volunteers to protect our government of the people. And so it's so important that we be gathered here today on the Saturday before Memorial Day to honor those heroic men and women from our state who gave, in Lincoln's words, their last full measure of devotion to that government of the people. That's what Lincoln said at Gettysburg, that it's the duty of all of us, the living, to remember those who gave their lives, that they did not die in vain. And I think as we come to Monday, Memorial Day, the official day, it's important to remember as we enjoy picnics and ball games and barbecues and parades and all the other things that Americans do, because we believe in freedom and we believe in coming together as a people. I think those are all very healthy things for our state and for our whole country. But it's also important that we remember the purpose of Memorial Day. It's a day that we honor those who gave their lives for our democracy. Indeed, we honor anyone who's worn the uniform of our country, whatever branch of service. But I think it's especially important on this day that we be gathered here in our state capitol with a very, very special memorial. This is called Portrait of a Soldier. These are hand-drawn portraits of men and women of Illinois, many of them very young men and women of our state, who answered the call to duty after September 11th of 2001. In the words of the Old Testament prophet Isaiah, Isaiah said, "Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I heard you calling in the night, and I will go if you lead me and hold your people in my arms." So we've been held in the arms of all of these soldiers of Illinois, these service members. They gave their lives for us in Afghanistan and in Iraq. And their families, some of their families are here today, and we want to hear from those families because it's very important, I think, to all of us in Illinois. We have almost 13 million people who live in our state. We're one of the largest states in the Union. So it's important that our state show the rest of the country how it is to remember and never forget. And so we have a very special memorial here, hand-drawn portraits of each of those who have died in defending our democracy from terrorism. And these all were drawn by one person, Cameron Schilling from Mattoon, Illinois, who in his town, Charles Neely, a young man who died in Iraq, when he died, Cameron drew his portrait. And he gave that portrait to the family of Charles Neely. And they were so moved by the portrait that Cameron and our office got together, and we've done this for other Gold Star families who are with us today and many across our state. And we've had the portrait of a soldier, these portraits, all over Illinois. And it's important we keep doing it, because the portraits are going to last a lot longer than we do on this planet Earth. When we're gone, we want to make sure everyone sees these portraits and remembers and never forgets, especially when you look at the portraits and look into the eyes of our service members, our heroes, our all-American heroes. You see their soul, because the thread that holds all of our service members together who have given their lives is their ethic of service. Each and every one of them believed in service to others, that it's the rent we pay for our place on God's earth. And they more than paid their rent in service to us. They gave their lives for us, for our ability to speak freely, to have freedom of press, to have freedom of religion, to have freedom of petition and assembly. These are the fundamental freedoms of our democracy. And we are indebted permanently to our men and women of Illinois who have given their lives in conflicts for all of us to have that freedom. We certainly honor those who have been killed since 9/11, but we also honor all of those men and women of our state and our whole country as we approach Monday. Memorial Day is a day that all of us should pause and reflect and pray. It should not just be total holiday. It should be a day of reflection. And I really hope everyone does that, and I hope everyone, even if you have a minute or two in the coming week, to come to the old state capitol, to look at these portraits. They'll change your life. They've changed my life, and I've seen them many, many times. Every time I see a portrait of a soldier, it transforms, I think, all of us who have seen it. And it's really, really important. I think it's what Illinois is all about. We don't ever, ever forget folks who have done a great thing.